Hello, everyone. My name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
And today we have an interesting one. This one is related to tanks, but I noticed that you came wearing that cool hat.
Yeah. And the
Why is
reason
that?
is I'm super excited for both of us.
By the way, a lot of people are going to comment that the hats are back. Because
Yeah,
for a
they're
while
back.
you haven't been.
Well, they're back, and I got to tell you that Shannon inspired me because, look, I'm going to show you what I got first, and then you show me what you got, okay?
Yeah.
This is super
All right.
cool. So, look, Shannon painted me an pink octopus on this rock. I want to see, yours. I know it's going to be something super cool, probably orange, in a second, but let me finish. Look at this. And then, you probably got a separate note as well. I got this beautiful note from Shannon. I'm not going to read it all, but a few of the things she said is, I painted this octopus for you, and it's your favorite color. So I'm sure she's going to have sent you one with your favorite color.
Yeah,
and then she goes on, I'm a huge fan. You are amazing. And it goes on and on. It's just, big fan at the end, big fan exclamation point, Shannon. So that's what I got. So now you share. I love this, Shannon.
Yeah,
So you inspired me. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Psyched to see what you got.
on the same box, she included some bubble wrap for me. So thank you,
Oh,
Shannon, for the
you didn't get
thoughtful gift.
You didn't get a rock with any.
No, I didn't get a
orange
rock.
on it. Well,
But speaking of rocks, one of the things that happens when we go look at wet rocks.
I'm not trying to rub it in. I just want to hold it for a second.
Let's just get back to the topic here,
All right.
because people are dropping like it's hot.
It's heavy and it's solid.
That's not. Don't,
Okay. All
That's
right.
not
Seriously, go.
Anyway, but one of the things that happen when we go look at wet rocks, when we go cave diving, is we have to obviously start with tanks for our bailouts. Even though we do rebreathers, we bring tanks in case our rebreather fails. We've talked about this many times in the show. And one of the things that happens in cave country when we go cave diving is that our tanks are cave filled. It's a term that a lot of people use. And for those of you who are not in the know, cave filled means when you add more air or nitrox or whatever gas you're adding to your tanks higher than what they're rated for. And the thing with tanks is, and again, I'm not going to get into a debate because I know there's a lot of warriors, keyboard warriors online that will say that I'm wrong. Tanks are rated for a specific pressure. So in PSI, if you get a low pressure tank, they're rated for 2400 PSI. That's what they want you to inflate them to. Now, the cubic feet that they come with, so let's say you get a LP50, low pressure 50 cubic feet. They will take 50 cubic feet overinflated by 10%, so 2640 PSI. However, those tanks are tested typically to 5,000 PSI, before they send them out so people can buy them and dive with them. They don't test them to like 2641, and if they pass, because people will overinflate them. So they test them way over what they're rated for, like 5,000 PSI, something like that. And then if they pass, they're sent out. So what people do is, because they're tested to 5,000 PSI, they will inflate them up to like 3,500 or something like that. Still way below what they're tested, but way higher than what they're rated. That's what cave filled means.
Yeah, and a lot of people may say, well, you can't do that because they have a burst disc. What Gus is talking about is during the testing time, they want to see what these tanks can take, right?
That's right.
If you do it, you're going to have a burst disc on it. It's going to be set to burst to let pressure out at some PSI. I don't know what the burst
I wish I had the
set
valve. I wish I had the valve with me so I can show you the burst disc. But yeah, so let's say is, 4,000 PSI. So before the tank blows up, let's have the disc blow up. Let's say it's an overpressure built into the valve that if you get to a certain point, it will blow up without blowing up the tank. It will just blow up the valve. Okay? The tank can probably become a projectile at that point. So you have to be careful. But what people do, and I've never done this, I don't think you do this too, is they change the burst disc to like a higher rating, like 4,500, 5,000 PSI. So then they can superinflate them to 4,000 PSI. They go pretty crazy.
And we're not going to, we don't push our gas
we don't
like
do
that.
it.
And
I'm not
just bring another
condoning
tank.
or criticizing those who do it. If you're comfortable doing that, whatever. More power to you. We don't do that.
Okay.
But
so
it
that
is
was a long setup for
this video. The video we're going to see today is what happens if you just keep inflating a tank and just keep going. And like, imagine that the
Imagine
burst
my
disc,
eyeballs popping out of my head. That's what I'm thinking about.
imagine the burst disc was replaced to go as high as the tank can go, and then you just plug it into a machine that will just inflate this thing. Let's see how far it can go, and that's what the video is about today.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. Now, to be fair, this is kind of a commercial for a compressor that has a mechanism that will fill the tanks like inside a housing that prevents accidents like this. But in most places where you fill them, they just fill them out in the open. They don't put them into some vise that will like hold the tank.
That prevents you from being shredded like shrapnel going through your body.
Correct.
Is that what you're saying?
There are a couple of places to do this. Like I remember at Vortex, they have some kind of enclosure. And some people put them in water, but that's mainly to combat the heat because the tanks do get hot as you inflate
Well,
them.
Georgia Aquarium has an enclosure.
Yeah,
They fill
yeah.
all their
Some-
tanks inside
some
of
places
an
do.
enclosed compressor.
Some places do, but some other places, most places don't.
Most
So
don't.
let's look at what LNW compressors do, which is pretty cool.
By Schischen
That's that. I think you.
I may have slid
have
in.
to bleep
No,
that
the
one.
Schischen fucking blocken. I think.
Here we go. That's what the enclosure looks like. Hit it. Explosion risk. Explosion.
They all have the fucking schwicken. You know.
Look at.
I think the words all have that. I could be wrong.
I like that you just press 1 and it goes to infinity. That seems like a.
Pretty sure
That code should probably be more than just one button. You know what I'm
kind of
saying?
skip the failsafe on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. So it's in bar.
Yeah. So basically, if you work in PSI, just multiply that number by 15. It's really 14.7, but 15 is easier math. So 200 bar is a full tank. Let's just say that. All right.
And it's now passable.
Full. Yeah. Oh boy.
Way past full. Wow.
Keep going.
Think about 100
But this
bar.
also-
100 bar past that.
Yes.
Times 14.
Yeah. Look.
They are really high.
Yeah.
PSI.
But it's also the safety of the tanks. I mean, these tanks are built,
Wow.
you know, to go way past.
What's that noise? Oh my.
Yeah, buddy. Explosion.
Okay. Yeah, good job.
we did it,
I
guys.
think
We-
we just completely. I can't wait to see the inside of this. Explosion freaking fucking.
I think that's accurate, yeah. Okay. All right, open it up. And
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Throw away the compressor.
man, there's
in a
metal.
river. All
they
right.
destroyed a compressor.
Yeah, just throw it on a quarry to the bottom because it's done. I mean, it's almost there. You can see the teeth are like not aligned completely, but okay.
Crowbarred it.
Yeah.
And
Dude.
oh my,
But look at the paint everywhere in this thing.
unbelievable.
Dude, that's
Can
just
you imagine
razor
if you had
blades.
been near that? Look at that big metal piece on the bottom,
Oh,
slicing through you.
yeah.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's 3 tanks blown to pieces.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Unbelievable. Pressure is just powerful. Look at that. It just shredded right through there.
So that's what happens when you blow up a tank.
With the shish combustion.
smithereens. Well, yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, I think it illustrates
Yeah,
2
that's
points.
wild.
Number 1, just don't
Don't.
go crazy with the pressure. But number 2, they can go pretty high before they blow up.
Yep.
Which is
And
great.
by the way, it would be cool. What did it go to? Do you remember the bar that it went to when it exploded?
It's like
I know
over
you could go
300,
there.
320.
So
Something like
what PSI is that roughly?
that. 320 times 15 is, what is it? All right, hold on. I have a
300
I have a
times 15
calculator
is
here.
4,800 4,800 PSI.
yeah, so close to 5,000.
Which, you know,
Which
that's
is
crazy.
what they're rated for. They test them to.
Yeah.
So it probably went to like 5,000 because the last few seconds he just kept going up and up and up, but they wouldn't show the screen. I wish they had, so we knew exactly when he blew up. And by the way, there's a clip from Mythbusters where they tried what happens if you take a tank and you like sever the the valve. Like, would it just blow up like a projectile? I didn't put it on this one because it would immediately get flagged and taken down. So I want you people to watch it. But I'll add the link below in the description so you can go check it out. It's impressive. Like, it goes through walls. Like, they shoot it against like a warehouse, and it goes through multiple walls. Yeah. Like, perfect round shape projectile. It's
but this
crazy.
isn't the first thing we've ever done as it relates to pressure.
No. Because pressure goes both ways.
Yes.
Pressure goes both ways. As you go underwater,
it
compresses, right? As well. And we actually recorded a video that it's hilarious.
Unbelievable.
I love watching it. I watch it once in a while because your reaction to the guy with the mask in the face is
it's unbelievable.
Legendary.
Let's hold up our gifts before we go.
Let's not. I'll leave you with a video right here. You don't have to just
hold yours up. Bye,
blurry
Shannon.
that. Just
bye, Shannon. Thank you. I love you too.
That's
me and you are fans. You're one of my fans.